The other day I went by a place of business, and there they had a sign said, "Pardon our inconvenience. We are making improvement." So tell your neighbor, pardon my inconvenience. God is still working on me. He's working on you. So sometimes there may be a little inconvenience with me. I may not act the way you want me to act. I may not talk the way you want me to talk. I may not look the way that you want me to look. But be patient with me. God is working on me. He's working on me. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Tell your neighbor, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm getting better than I used to be. And anytime you get to the point that you are not better than you used to be, you're going the wrong direction. But if God is working on you, you are getting better. Somebody say, "I'm not where I used to be, but I'm not where I need to be. But I'm pressing toward that mark to get where I need to be, because I see where I need to be. I know and understand what I need to do in order to get there. But sometimes there are stumbling blocks get in my way, and I cannot get there fast enough. But be patient with me. God is not through with me yet." So when we look at our text today, we find that the children of Israel really wasn't where God wanted them to be. God had done similar to what he's doing with us. He has tolerated Israel, and Israel looked like the more that the Lord would do for them, the more that they would act up. Anybody know what I'm talking about? You know, they keep on acting up, keep on doing things that they shouldn't do. And God just keep on tolerating it, keep on putting up with you. You know, we go back and say, "Lord, I'm what? Sorry. Lord, what? Forgive me." But one thing about it, we should get to the point that our sorry and Lord, forgive me should mean something. Mean that I am not going to go back and do it again. We should put forth effort to do better. But we find that God had sent his prophet Jeremiah to prophesy to the children of Israel. And while he was prophesying to them, Jeremiah got a little disgusted. Got a little discouraged. Got a little frustrated with them. Got a little to the point that he was disappointed. And the more that he tried, the worse that he would get. And yet not only that, but God got a little tired with. Did you know God gets tired of you sometimes? Somebody don't know that. But God gets tired of your mess. God gets tired of you keep on doing what you are not supposed to do. And you keep on promising him, "Lord, I'm going to do better." And every time we come, y'all know how it is. You know, we come to church and we say, come to the altar and cry, "Lord, I need prayer. I'm going to do better. I'm going to come a little more often, Pastor. I'm going to come to Sunday school. I'm going to come to prayer. I'm going to give myself to the Lord. I'm going to dedicate and commit myself," and just go right out of the door and right back where we were. I need somebody to help me preach. But here we find that God got a little disturbed with the children of Israel, so he began to talk to his prophet and tell Jeremiah, "What I want to do, I want you to go down to the potter's house. And at the potter's house, I want to call you to hear my words." Now, how many of you understand that hearing is not always just with your ear? Hearing meaning that you got to get an understanding. So sometimes God has to show us some things in order for us to really hear what he's saying. Because sometimes we hear it and we really don't hear it. We hear it and go right on and we haven't responded to it. But sometimes when we see things, it has an effect in our mind and in our spirit to the point that we want to do something about it. And that is what God's message was to Jeremiah. I want you to go down and I want to show you something and let you look at something that you may hear me when I speak. And when you hear me when I speak, then I want you to deliver this message back to the house of Israel and let them know that I really mean business. So then, the Bible tells us that Jeremiah went down to the potter's house. And when he went to the potter's house, there he looked and he observed the potter. He was making a pot. And the Bible tells us that he worked on a wheel. He had a wheel that he was making the pot out of. Now at this time, God was not speaking to him, but God just told him, sit there and look. I want you to watch. I want you to see what is going on. Now there's a message that is being delivered here, but I want you to just watch him. I don't want you to try to figure it out, but I want you to watch him and see what he's doing. I'll talk to you a little later. As he began to watch the potter, as he began to work on the wheel, he made a vessel. But when he made the vessel, it was marred in the potter's hand. It was messed up. It had a flaw in it. It was not perfect. Now the potter made it, but what he made was not perfect. It was not good. He discovered something that was wrong with it. You know, sometimes we think we are all right. We think we are all right. Sometimes we look good on the outside. You know, we dress up on the outside. We take a bath and we smell good. Comb our hair and we make ourselves look good. You know what I'm talking about. We put on the makeup and get in the mirror and we stay there for 2 or 3 hours. And after we have fixed our hair 2 or 3 hours, that's why we late coming to church. Yeah. I know some of you started early this morning. It wasn't that you just started, you made it here at 12 o'clock, you know, but you got started sometime at 7 o'clock. Yeah, but it just took you a long time. And when you thought that you were looking good on the outside, you looked at yourself in the mirror and no doubt you said within yourself, I look good. But you was expecting the people to look at you from the outside. But God was looking on the inside. That is why we have to say sometimes, Lord, shine your light from heaven on my soul. Don't be so quick to say, if you find anything, but say, Lord, whatever. Somebody help me to preach. Whatever you find that shouldn't be, take it out and fix me. Simply because when we think we're all right, what does God think about it? God thinking that we are all right, but we are not all right with him. But I want to please him, God. And the vessel that he made, it really was not good. Now, the message comes to us and asks the question, now, God is talking about the vessel was not good, but he made another vessel to this same clay. And he made another vessel. Now, you know, God doesn't have to go and get somebody else to do what he needs done. He can take you and just make you over so that you will be what he wants you to be. Yeah. Sometimes you have to work on you in order to be there. So, but then, wait for it, he made it another vessel. And when he made the next vessel, it looked good to him. He said, well, pleasing to him. Now we come in the 6th verse and say, the Bible declares that all house of Israel, God spoke. After you have looked and observed, God spoke and said, oh, house of Israel, with the clay. That's what I mean. You are the clay. And I am the potter. I want to be able to make you just as the potter has made the vessel. Now, what do I understand? Now go back and look at that verse again, that fourth verse, because we are looking while the Lord is talking. He said now, he made a vessel, and the vessel was marred in the hand of the potter. Now the question comes, if God is making the vessel, if God is making me, why am I messed up in God's hand? Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, you can be in God's hand and still messed up. That is why God look at you and he wants to be able to mold you the way that he wants you to be molded. What did Jeremiah see? Jeremiah looked at the potter, and as the potter was making the vessel, I want you to follow me here. Number one, the potter selected the right clay. He selected the right clay. God has selected you. Now you are the right clay. He didn't make a mistake by selecting you. You ought to be so glad that he selected you. Because there are many that are out in the world right now that haven't even accepted the call of God. They have not said yes to God. They have not said, Lord, I will accept you as my Lord and Savior. They have, but God is calling you. Now, when God selects you, you should say yes to God. Where the Lord said, today you hear my voice, harden not your heart. As in the day of provocation, but answer the call, accept me, and I will be your God, and ye shall be my people. Somebody give God a hand clap of praise. He selected the right clay. He had to make the clay the right texture. Yes, anybody that knows I have seen clay can be there, but it got to be the right texture. Yes, now sometimes we look at soil and we think that soil, in soil is clay. But clay got to have the right texture. Because there is sand, which is soil. There is also silt that is soil, but it got to be clay. And then there's a mixture of it. But the right clay got to have the right elasticity. It has to have the right viscosity in order for it to stick and to be able to be made into a vessel that will last. I looked on just a few days ago. I went by a sand pile. And there in the sand pile, somebody had molded a very beautiful picture. They had molded out of sand. And the picture that was molded, it was a building, and it had the face of a man that was in it, and it was so beautiful. And I looked at it, but it was made out of sand. And kids got over in it, mother. And when the kids got over in it, they started climbing up on it and started pulling on it. And started disfiguring the beautiful picture that was made out of sand. It was made